How's it going, guys? It is I, and Nevertime. And today we're continuing the playthrough of Doki Doki's Literature Club. Doki Doki Literature Club? Yeah, I think that's the one. And hopefully something happens this time, because it's supposed to be a horror type game, isn't it? And so far, I just had to read fucking poems and dialogue, and it's irritating me a bit. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's continue. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we even been texting occasionally. She was extremely appreciative at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard anything from Saori since she left the club early that morning. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Saori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Saori's feelings aside when she might need me? Yeah, then it's one less dialogue for me to read. I decide to go sorry before Yuri comes. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Saori's house, I knock on the door before entering myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it out of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Saori wasn't anywhere in the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up in the bedroom where I finally find her. Sorry? No, I need time. I sit down in the room. Sorry forces a smile, but it's easy to tell she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sorry's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but wait, how did you know that? Sorry, had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Oh, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be out with Monica today? Of course. But I'm out just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. And oh, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares at the random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just want to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So sorry, small shaking her head. That's no good enough time. Why can't it just be like it as it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. I just want to torture it. Just wants to torture me. Sorry. I grab Sorry by the shoulder. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sorry gives me an empty smile. You did put me in a trap in that time, but you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sorry? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, that time? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Fuck's sakes. Of course, self-pity. Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's why I feel like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy without any worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it even possible that she already kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Uh, why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend, because I knew I would have done everything I could to support you, even if there's only so much that I could do. If I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All of you had to all you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Neptune. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and getting closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, sorry, but I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you to stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Neptune, there's nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everyone could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Saori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here, and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish, that's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept this punishment, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once grabbed Sori's shoulder. This time I pull her to a tight embrace. Neptune, sorry. I don't care if you're selfish. If you feel selfish, I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care for you about you. It wouldn't have it any other way. Neptune. Sayori is hugging me back despite my arms being wrapped around her. Sayori's arms remain at her sides. This She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. Neptune, Sorry barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, sorry, finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings in that time. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sorry, let me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like me to spend it all with you? Um, that's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah, sorry wipes the eyes. If I could spend the whole day, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you do that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But I almost time for you to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help me out? It would be fun. To my surprise, she already shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be the very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. Look forward to it. So I said goodbye to Zari and exit the house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over. I think Simon is right. Worrying I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Ah, thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have uh, reassured you and hurried more on the way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it will be fine. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. Oh no, I would. It would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched his wrist, which was in the process of opening the desk drawer of mine. Uh, I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking for some reason, I was just spacing out. It's fine. I let go of his wrist. I put both of her hands firmly in her lap as I make as if I'm making sure she's keeping track of them. So should we get started? Yes, I have a few things planned that you can help me with. Decorations and other atmospheric enchant embracements. I don't just atmospheric enhancements. You know, mood lighting, atmospherical candles. Oh wow, I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course, I want to help take our guests to a faraway place, although many will stop by just out of curiosity and for cupcakes, I guess. I determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense, I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved and kind of happy. Yeah, be, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah, like what? Let's see. Through her bag, she pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping and on the way here, so I happened to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that will be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's the wooden thing though? It is. It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Yeah. Is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils and the herbs you choose, you can change the mood in the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on at the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to sprout throughout a small hole at the top. Wow, it smells wonderful. What kind of mood is it? This one for? This is jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances the emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and the heat pounds more heavily. Do you think that will be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot more about this, so I'll trust your feeling with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What's this for? Well, did you purchase the original paper I asked you to get? Yeah, it's here. We will be using the papers for folding origami. What I what I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah. Well, what will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we will fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose get a little intense, as you put it. Um, Yuri giggles with her red cheeks. It is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels for sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marking of time. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you choose and finish cutting the ribbon. Alright, sitting on the floor together, two of us get to work. I carefully draw the different characters on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. Its silver handle has a intricate pattern and waves uh, etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know. If you promise you won't be weirded out, yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. But I'm saying, oh, jeez, man. I'm falling asleep with this game. Please don't think I'm weird for this. Oh, you're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's well an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it's kind of suits you. Suits me. Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife while the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hand. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ah, neck time. Why did you do that? I not expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. Yeah, that's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. I can cut through skin like paper. Oh, a small drop of blood tickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives me my wound a closer look. Ah, she stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. What the fuck? I feel her tongue curl around my finger. That's fucking weird, bro. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, facing burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was trying to help me, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? I might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweat aroma of jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. It was so weird that time. Yuri giggles shyly. Yeah, Yuri calling me weird. I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? Ah, uh, I don't think I need one actually. Was just a tiny cut leak. It's already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. What the fuck? Attention is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cutting through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish uh, arching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective. Fuck off, man. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Ah, thanks. It is just something I saw online. Are you really ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Oh, that's right. One of the items we had asked me to buy is a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cup too much, it will be too diluted. Taking a risk I decide to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on the plate and catch any paint that drips, then bring them back into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come into Yuri, quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. It's too hot in here or anything. Not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cup. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the color of the sunrise, and then daytime, then sunset, then nighttime. Once it dries, I will write inspirational quotes across the banner. We can hang them in the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, that's neat. What are you going to write? Well, it will be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses the brush and adds a few drops of different colors across the banner to serve as color guides when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry, I feel too childish. No, I didn't mean it that way. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself, for me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person, even if it's something simple I like reading. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you would understand. Yuri leans over the bin and grabs the unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my hand to bump into hers. What the fuck was that sound? Kia! Karate noise. Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my head in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. I just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Yeah, what are your face? There are some droplets of paint on Yuri's face. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got some paint on you, sorry. It's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush and fetch a towel, then damp it in hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Here, I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I did. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I started re to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait, uh, just a little longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books, almost as she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently and rolls through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Yeah, I feel the same. What the fuck? Is this the aroma of jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist, send a tingling sensation through my arm. Oh my word, this guy's such a fucking loser. I suddenly, her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Oh, Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up the brush again, but she moves her movements seem clumsy, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with the white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out pretty better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true. Perhaps it would be best to leave it here. Then I'll have to bring it to you in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before the event starts. Is that okay? It's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left. I was secretly hoping we could have extra time after finishing the work. Wow. Yuri thinks to herself. I think I could. It would be too irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry, I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done right. Yeah. So I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all the things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she really gets the opportunity to spend time with friends and relaxed environment, but that doesn't mean this isn't the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packed up, I walked out to the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem, I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, I kind of say that without thinking about yesterday. About today, it's fine if that, but it's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over or we can go out somewhere. I forgot, you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful that time. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori, eh, uh, I nap time. Sorry, just now we weren't. Uh, it's okay, nap time. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry, but we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sorry, beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed with years of sorry waves goodbye after her. Sorry, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Ah, well, I tried staying at my home, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come and see it for myself. See what are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you are getting to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall. I'm sorry, sis. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way that time? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sorry, don't say that. It's too much time. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You would have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just. Monica? Monica was right about what? Sorry. What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't a burden on my mind. It's making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any pain anymore. But sorry, looks away. Put my hand on the shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared that time. I'm really scared. What are you scared of? Sorry, I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sorry, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did it to myself in the time. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, sorry. I don't want you to hurt anymore. Slide my hand down Zoe's arm to squeeze her hand in my own. To remember how I said I always know what's best for you. Do you still believe me? Wordless, sorry nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give you. If I say this, she will probably be more cheerful. But if I say this, it's one less poem I'm probably gonna have to read in the next episode. Oh, it's such a hard no, it's not. I want my dearest friend, what you need most in this, what, what you need most is for things to be like they always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult things right now, but please trust me that I know that's what's best and what will make you happier in the end. I promise I'll help you get things back on the way you were. I